In the heart of the Bronx, where sirens sang louder than birds and trains rattled the windows like distant thunder, lived a 16-year-old boy named Malik. Malik lived with his mother in a tiny apartment above a laundromat. Every night, the machines downstairs hummed like tired robots while his mother worked double shifts at the hospital. The neighborhood was rough. People locked their doors early. Arguments floated through the streets like smoke. Most kids his age believed dreams were for people born somewhere else. But Malik had one strange habit. He listened, not just to music or conversations. He listened to the city itself. He listened to the old man feeding pigeons at sunrise, to the subway performer singing like his heart was breaking, to the exhausted cashier whispering prayers before opening the store, to the little girl practicing spelling words on the fire escape. And every night, Malik wrote their stories in a worn-out notebook he called the Voices of the Bronx. Nobody knew about it. At school, teachers thought he was distracted. Classmates thought he was quiet because he was weak. Even Malik sometimes wondered if writing stories mattered when the rent was overdue and the lights flickered every week. Then one winter evening, everything changed. A blackout swallowed the neighborhood. Streetlights died. Phones stopped charging. Stores closed. People panicked. The Bronx suddenly felt colder than ever. Malik sat by the window, watching darkness cover the streets. Then he heard music. An old Puerto Rican man downstairs was playing a trumpet by candlelight. A few neighbors stepped outside. Then more followed. Someone brought drums. Someone shared sandwiches. Kids began laughing in the snow. For the first time in years, the entire block felt alive. Malik started writing furiously. He wrote about the trumpet player whose wife had died years ago, but still played her favorite songs every Friday. He wrote about the woman who secretly paid groceries for struggling families. He wrote about the mechanic who fixed bicycles for free because he didn't want kids joining gangs. By sunrise, his notebook was full. A week later, his English teacher found him writing during lunch. "What's that?" she asked. "Nothing important," Malik muttered. But she took the notebook, and she read, page after page. By the time she finished, tears sat quietly in her eyes. "You didn't write about crime," she said softly. "You wrote about hope." Without telling Malik, she submitted one of his stories to a citywide youth writing competition. Months passed. Malik forgot about it, until one afternoon, the principal called him into the office. He thought he was in trouble. Instead, cameras were waiting. Reporters, teachers, students. Malik had won first place in New York City. His story spread online. People across the country read the Voices of the Bronx. For the first time, outsiders saw the borough differently. Not as a place of danger, but as a place filled with survivors, dreamers, musicians, mothers, workers, and forgotten heroes. Publishers contacted him. One offered him a scholarship to a private arts academy in Manhattan. Malik almost said no. He didn't think someone like him belonged there. That night, his mother sat beside him quietly and said, "People spend their whole lives trying to be heard. You listened. That's your gift." Years later, Malik became a famous writer. But every time reporters asked where his stories came from, he always gave the same answer. "From the Bronx." People only saw broken buildings. I saw human beings. And even after success, Malik still carried the same old notebook, faded, creased, falling apart, because inside it were the voices that taught him an important truth. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones nobody notices. And sometimes the most beautiful stories come from places the world gave up on.